how successful people respond slowly. Most people believe that success belongs to the fastest person. Fast replies, fast decisions, fast reactions, fast opinions. But if you study truly successful individuals, leaders, investors, strategists, negotiators, you will notice something very different. They are not slow in action. They are slow in response. There is a difference. Reaction is automatic. Response is deliberate. Reaction comes from emotion. Response comes from structure. Most people live in reaction mode. Someone criticizes them. They defend immediately. Someone challenges them. They attack immediately. Someone offers an opportunity. They say yes immediately. Someone triggers fear. They panic immediately. This feels strong, but it is not strength. It is impulse. Impulse is chemistry. Response is intelligence. When something happens, your brain has two main systems. System 1 is fast, emotional, survival-based. It is built for danger. System 2 is slower, analytical, strategic. It is built for long-term decisions. When you react quickly, you are using the survival system. When you respond slowly, you activate the strategic system. Successful people understand this instinctively. They create space between stimulus and response, and that space is power. Let's take a real example. You receive an aggressive email. The emotional brain wants to respond immediately, to defend, to prove, to correct. But successful people rarely send emails at peak emotion. They draft, they wait, they reread later. Why? Because they know that first reaction is rarely the most intelligent one. Time allows emotion to settle. When emotion settles, perspective increases. Another example, negotiations. In negotiations, silence is a tool. When someone makes an offer, most people rush to fill silence. They explain, they justify, they talk too much. Experienced negotiators do the opposite. They pause. They allow silence to create psychological pressure. The slower person often controls the dynamic because speed often signals insecurity. Slowness signals confidence. Confidence does not rush. Now let's talk about something deeper. Why do people respond quickly? Usually because they want control. Quick response gives the illusion of control. If I answer fast, I am strong. If I decide fast, I am decisive. If I speak fast, I am intelligent. But intelligence is not measured by speed. It is measured by accuracy. A fast, wrong decision is still wrong. A slow, correct decision compounds for years. Successful people optimize for long-term outcomes, not short-term emotional relief. Slowness also protects energy. When you respond to everything instantly, you burn cognitive fuel constantly. Notifications, messages, requests, opinions, drama. Your nervous system stays activated. But when you slow your responses, you regulate your system. You choose when to engage. You choose what deserves attention. That choice is power. There is also a strategic reason. When you respond slowly, you collect more data. If someone criticizes you, instead of reacting, you ask, is this useful feedback? Is this projection? Is this relevant to my goals? If someone offers you a new opportunity, instead of saying yes immediately, you ask, does this align with my direction? Does this cost time I cannot afford? Does this move me forward or distract me? Most people say yes too quickly. Successful people say yes carefully, because every yes is a no to something else. Slowness protects focus, and focus creates leverage. Another critical point. Slowness reduces regret. Regret usually comes from emotional decisions, words said in anger, agreements made in excitement, investments made in fear. When you respond slowly, you remove emotional spikes from the equation. You create clarity. Slowness is not laziness. It is emotional discipline. It is the ability to tolerate discomfort without acting impulsively. Because often we react simply to remove discomfort. Silence feels uncomfortable. Uncertainty feels uncomfortable. Waiting feels uncomfortable. But successful people can sit inside discomfort without needing immediate resolution. That tolerance is rare, and rare skills create rare results. Let's be practical. How do you train slow response? First rule, never respond at emotional peak. If you feel angry, defensive, excited, anxious, pause. Minimum rule, 1 hour for medium decisions. 1 night for important decisions. Second rule, lower the tone before increasing clarity. If someone is aggressive, your job is not to match intensity. Your job is to lower it. Calm voice, short sentences, no emotional escalation. Emotional stability disarms chaos. Third rule, delay commitment. Instead of, yes, I'll do it, say, let me think about it. I'll get back to you. I need to check my schedule. This simple habit protects your time and energy. Successful people rarely make instant commitments. They evaluate first. Fourth rule, control pace in conversation. If someone speaks fast, you slow down. If someone pressures you, you breathe slower. If someone demands urgency, you question urgency. Urgency is often psychological, not real. Slowness forces reality to reveal itself. There is also something psychological here. When you respond slowly, people perceive you as more powerful. Why? Because you are not reactive. You are not easily moved. You are not emotionally triggered. You become stable. Stability creates authority. Authority creates trust. Trust creates opportunity. Now understand this clearly. Responding slowly does not mean acting slowly. You can execute fast once decision is made. But the decision itself is not rushed. Fast execution, slow judgment. That combination is dangerous in the best way. In a world addicted to speed, the person who masters tempo wins. Because success is not about being first to react. It is about being last to panic. When you respond slowly, you reduce mistakes, protect energy, increase clarity, improve negotiations, build authority, strengthen emotional control, and most importantly, you stop living in reaction mode. You start living in decision mode. And decision mode is where strategy lives. Successful people respond slowly not because they are slow, but because they understand that the quality of response determines the quality of outcome. And outcomes compound. Slowness is not weakness. It is controlled power. And controlled power builds empires.